that, we are back. We are moving now into a very, very interesting segment here. In with us is none other than Dara Robinson, and he's the owner of Dara's Feeding Program. And Kwame Scott, my brother, logistics director for Dara's Feeding Program. It's all about Dara's Feeding Program, Hunger Awareness Ride. It's going to be a great time. A lot of people normally is on that ride, and they're expecting much more. Guys, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Greetings. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what, it's a pleasure to have you guys in.
Could I say that
Definitely.
Dara is the founder of Dara's Feeding Program?
Yes.
And that name, logistics director, is just a complicated way of saying Dara's assistant. Just to make it clear.
Honesty is the best policy.
So if you allow me, I'll make life easy for you guys.
Let's do that.
Dara's Feeding Program is 13 years old.
Okay.
We started an Bob Marley tribute 19 years ago.
Yeah.
That is how me and Dara initially met.
Yeah.
Since then, we've fought, made up back.
Yeah.
We're a family.
That's actually a brotherly way to do it. Yeah.
But if you look at the numbers, 19 years of Bob Marley, 13 years of the feeding program, simply says that I've been there from its inception.
Yeah.
So after doing the Bob Marley and the feeding program came into existence,
Yeah.
the Bob Marley became a fundraiser for the feeding program.
Yeah.
Thereafter, we realized that it wasn't enough. So 6 months later, the Bob Marley tribute is in February. In August, we started a Lucky Dube tribute.
Yeah.
Easy to have established because Dara is a avid Lucky Dube fan also.
Yeah.
Furthermore, funds still weren't enough. So instead of going to the sidewalks begging, standing at the speed bumps begging, trying to get creative, it was Dara's idea to come up with a social ride and try to raise funds also, and also to raise hunger awareness.
Yeah.
Because it is an ongoing issue that it's kind of tossed under the rug, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at the time, 9 years ago, well, it's 11 because 2 years of COVID, we had no ride.
Yeah.
There were many social rides. There was a social security ride across Belize. There was a diabetes ride. There was a cancer ride. There was a ride to the reef and the Ariel Rosado ride. So we decided we will do a hunger awareness
Hunger
ride.
awareness ride.
It would be different in that Dara's vision was to have a carnival on wheels. Some people call it the reggae ride. Because while the ride is in progress, there's a big truck at the front with the big sound system.
Yeah.
It's like you're actually at a reggae concert,
Yeah.
but you're on bicycles.
Yeah.
We prefer to refer to it as a cruise and not a race, because we technically go as fast as the slowest riders. Technically.
Easy.
Over the years, we've had an 8-year-old doing the ride. We've had a 76-year-old doing the ride.
Wow.
And everything in between. I must also say that we have seen growing numbers in terms of participation, but we also need them to understand that it's a fundraiser, so we need to have them register.
Yeah.
Right.
We've made some changes. For the first time this year, the ride will be 20 miles. It's usually 40 miles. Dara has decided that because of COVID and people not being in shape or whatever,
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
riding is also a healthy way to promote people who would like to exercise, because many people didn't believe that they could ride 40 miles until they did it with us. Bearing in mind that we don't only, well, not talk the talk in this case, we ride the ride.
Yeah.
We have done every single mile of every ride, myself and Dara.
So Dara on the pan cycle out there.
Oh, no.
Check stats.
He struggles at time, you know,
Yeah.
gets a little push in the breeze and
Yeah.
so forth and so forth. But that's the camaraderie.
So you said 20 miles. So what is the starting route and what is the ending?
Okay, we start at 6:30 from the Belize Civic Center. We head towards Bako. At 5 a.m., from 5 a.m. you can register at the Civic Center. We leave off at 6:30 sharp with the music. You register $10 for adults, $5 for kids. You get an armband, which allows you to get servicing along the road. You have bananas, water, Powerade, crystal juices,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And we have some of the elite cyclists who assist us, some of the weekend warriors and 1 or 2 guys on motorcycles who go along the crowd and give them water
Yeah.
and
Service.
this kind of stuff. So we leave the Civic Center, we head over the Belcan Bridge, we make a left at the Flag Monument onto the Philip Golson Highway, where at the airport cutoff, we make a left. And then we make another left into the John Smith Road.
Yes.
We go straight across to the George Price Highway, where we make a left at the 8 Mile roundabout. And we make a short stop at the 8 Mile community. This is the replenish. For those who didn't get to register and join the ride along the way, you register there. And also, traditionally, we are joined at that point by kids. A lot of groups and so come join us there to ride the last 8 miles into the city.
Nice.
So we ride into the city from mile 8 and through the Lordwood Cemetery and finishing right back at Civic where we started.
Nice. And that's cumulative of 20 miles?
That is 20.5 or thereabout.
Ah.
Yeah, you just tossing the 0.5.
You know, let's get to Dara. You know, you guys have got kind hearts. We could tell you that much. But Dara, you've got vision for a lot of stuff, and via those vision for a lot of stuff on your team, you're actually getting it into existence. What are your thoughts? I mean, you know, you've got this feeding program going on, and why? Like, what went through your mind for this feeding program to actually come into existence?
Well, I always tell people that my life story, you know, that I myself, I'm a victim of the very same thing why they fight and for end it, because I said I'm more than 90s boy when I'm at school, yeah, and we gone through the same struggle, you know, go to school many days, no eat and thing, and then when I do my survey in the early part of the 2000, you know, I said, what, like, this problem still there, but in a hush thing, because, you know, most parents and people not really want to get out there that
shame for that, you know,
they got to school hungry, because we had for we shame too, because I remember when teacher Ella used to ask, she used to have one thing where you ask everybody after what you had for lunch, and I was always just 15, because I don't want to be ashamed, so me just make up on food and just 15 the rest when I know we not eat, you understand? Yeah. And I see where that affect my education, because I know I could have been much bright and do better at school, but then when you're hungry and you as the eldest boy, I know your little brother and your sister, everybody hungry, it affect you, you know, mentally, any way you could think. That even when I have nightmare, when I dream about it, I still have nightmares, you understand? So I use my life where I have no longer and come up on the earth to fight this, that at least when I shut my eye, I know no kid should be hungry. I mean, I just talk for Belize City or no south side, north side. This is a countrywide and it happen. And if then easy if you know the teachers, then they know exactly which kid, because through my effort and thing now, a lot more teachers, they check the kids there. And teachers feed a lot of picnic. You understand?
Yeah. From their own pockets.
Yes.
We hear the government, the talk feeding program. I want to include it, especially at the primary school, countrywide, you understand? Because it happen, brother, if you got big man and woman, they tell you then they take lick and they not eat. What you think come to picnic? And what we not notice, and a lot of people not check their stats there, with the violent and a lot of father figure last seen that included some mothers. What you think happened to them picnic when maybe go on strength and they end up with an auntie or another relative and another mouth to eat them picnic, they take lick. You know, so the whole crime thing, the whole lot of things there we got them picnic, they go through this, you understand? Yeah. And if you have somebody like me where they get on the street and thing, you see it, then they beg like never before again. Right now, yeah. You understand? And we want to bring focus to that, and I want to continue, no matter which government or who change and thing, I want to continue bring that to the spotlight, you understand? Because we shouldn't have that ability. And they happen, no goes full. If then they tell you 55% people what? They got too hard time.
Poverty,
What do you think? Hey.
And let me just jump in the conversation here and to add to what Dara is saying is that the program is open to primary school students only.
Yeah.
So every year, every school year, there's a turnover because some of the kids from standard 6 move on to high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then a new set is added.
Some not even go as high school because
Rightfully so.
why I get to find out the legal and advance, but we leave why there either I hear a few of them in a gangs, then they go back to school. Like one lot of focus there on legal, but with the left we leave by there in the streets for becomes menace to society, you understand? Because I do meet some of them while I school and I tell them, man, I never expect this but so we need to focus on a lot from youth, especially the lead boy there, you understand? But my job, like I tell you, I did do my part, and I want other people get on board and do what they could do. I always give people some simple advice, like for instance, you got parents who care food for them picnic the afternoon at school. Currently, extra plate of, you know, you're seeing picnic and know somebody whether their friend will not eat.
Yeah.
Well, next year, some of the school I used to have feeding program, but they charge $3, maybe $2. Just pay for a few kids eat. If everybody get together and try help the situation, it could work. Man, with the talk picnic, I don't know picnic for they go hungry that Belize, man.
You talk about bringing more people to help and so
Yeah.
forth. Who so far, because it's your 9th annual hunger awareness,
Well,
they sponsor and they try help you out.
you see, when I do the event here, that then I get the attention, but
After
3
that,
months from that
It
done,
taper off.
they're like, sorry about this.
And
Go ahead, Kwame.
I have been the recipient of some of Dara's call when sustenance is low and it look upon a week coming, and boy, I don't think we have enough chicken for last week, you know.
Yeah.
We have had quite a few times when the feeding program was basically in danger. We have to close down, but I can't beat no more, at least not for right now. You know, we've been there. Been there, done that, and then somebody come out of the clear blue, or some good Samaritan comes, and by the blessing of the Almighty, something happens and we get back on track. And these events have proven to be super helpful, and like Dara says, you normally get that surplus.
Okay.
And then after a couple of weeks, couple of months, it tapers off.
Tapers off, and then
Everybody forgets about Dara and his feeding program. And please bear in mind that the feeding program, from me being intimately involved, is not just a feeding program. Dara has to be a father, a mediator.
Counselor.
Kids come with their issues from home. They have health issues,
Yeah.
behavioral issues, and all of these things are intertwined.
So let me ask you, guys. You know, besides the fact that the ride and the different activities you'd have,
Yeah.
what other ways do you feel should be solid for us to eradicate these hungers and whatnot? How can people help you?
I don't want the strain from me one, because me one can't feed every picnic. That's why I always mention how you could help. Now for help my program, you don't have to give finance, you could give just food stuff,
Groceries.
you know. But we still need finance because you have to buy gas, you have to change over things, you know, pat things they broke, things they got through.
Yeah.
You know, every day you have to buy
we are on
vegetable
tier.
and thing, you know. But I have an idea how I want to do it when the school year starts again, because I get busy like never before. I got into farming, which the same farm, I did try make that work, at that food.
Yeah.
Where the raise chicken, duck, turkey, we do get like 250 layers, we do egg, we do vegetable. And I say that if that work, that one better than the stress I wouldn't event you put me on the strain, because
Planning this is a lot.
thing,
Yeah.
I nervous like nobody, like when event they come, because I'm responsible for people's safety and people come out. Cause you could do all of this. That's why I always thank God and the people. Cause you could plan all of this, but without God blessing and the people show up, your event just won't be an event. You understand? But really and truly, I may want to say a little thing about the ride, because I don't know what time we have. We have leave rules where they ask, not everybody could get a helmet, but we are on helmet. Now we the lead off with police vehicle up front, and we also get traffic police to direct the traffic and keep us safe. Then one ambulance on the other back with the pickup with a truck. We want to pick up people in case they catch crumb. You know, the bike punctured or they got bike problem. Why the stress span, I want people to stay in between that. You got a lot of people who play well, cyclists and the younger boys, then they got a lot of energy, they like shoot, go left the ride, come back. No, I don't want nobody they out there they do that, then they go get knocked down and then send them with the my ride. I did tell you between the ambulance and the front police vehicle, we and keep as safe as possible. We might call spills because everybody wanted behind the music.
No, that's a part of it. That's a part of it.
But we want safety, because I remember Charlie me tell me this, I need to say this. He end up going at the ride late. He not cyclist, so he catch up on it. But when he pass, he say, "Want pick me way back and leave." Boy, he asked if you made up on the ride. He want So he said he had to bring her up to the ride.
Oh, right.
So I advise, although we invite picnic, I advise parents not bring on no kid if you know and left them on the massive of the ride.
Yeah.
We don't have to be there with them and they guide them. And if they can't do the whole journey, then could get in the 8 miles, 6 miles, or
Get in on the
they
truck,
could even
yeah.
ride from where the roundabout there by the gas station to Civic, whatever, just say, but the picnic and hype this are like for them cross country. I meet one father was say boy every time he had a bugle because I put the lead cross country bugle with
Yeah.
like that day they went then they count down the
Cross
days,
country,
you know.
it seems like that. It feels
And
like
some
that.
feedback what we get, some of them say you to ride the ride become cyclists.
Yeah. So it's a
tell
start
me
for
that.
them. It
Right.
gives them the idea of what it is like to be out there.
And I cut the ride several things. I myself now ride bike for the past 2 years. I do all eating here.
He's a
and
farmer, so his cardio
Yeah.
is.
And,
I've seen out there.
He not
His
like
cardio.
he not keep
and,
up, he not keep
you got a
up.
lot more people like me, and I see where people strain for the fat yard.
Yeah.
And I don't want to discourage you. Like, if you say if you come,
Yeah.
and then you say, boy, I never know, and then you not come back next year. Because what I get from a lot of people will come try it, then at the very same when they register, so we need them. You
Yeah.
understand? So I did try and make this ride what the word?
Inclusive.
Inclusive.
Yeah.
And that just a $20,000 racer bike. We did talk about beach cruiser. Any
Yeah.
Ghost chaser,
Yeah. Ghost chaser.
carrier bike.
Easy.
I want to say some electric while I learn over the years. If
Okay.
you could get on gloves, you could buy gloves like $5.
Yeah.
Because when you hold the handle long,
Sweat.
if your hand not tough enough, you can get
Yeah,
blister.
it's going to get blister.
My mind's
indeed.
tough now due to my sheet chop.
So you're good.
Pad up your bicycle. See, can everybody could get the riders. Spanish. Thanks.
Yeah.
So I get my riders. Spanish Santi. So
You're good to
alright.
go.
Sure.
But
Yeah, but let's
Vaseline up. I know time.
yes, time is going. So let's talk about how people could contribute one more time. You said that registration starts at 5 a.m. and it's this weekend. It's this Saturday.
That is
right?
correct.
Yes,
This
the
Sunday.
24th.
This Sunday,
The
the
24th.
24th.
That is
All
correct.
right. So it's going to be this Sunday. Registration is how much again?
$10 for adults, $5 for kids.
How do you differentiate that? I mean, you're 12 and over, you're pay 10.
More or less.
All right.
It's going to be discretionary.
All right.
And
how
if you
many
join,
people-
if you join the ride along the road, we will have our people at the 8 Mile community who is going to register you there.
And remember, this ride is actually a contribution to the feeding program. This
Yeah.
ride is actually a contribution to try to eradicate hunger in this country. So this
Hunger
is not a ride because, I give the money to Dara. No,
Yeah.
it's a contribution
No,
to
yeah,
making
I just
things
want
better.
to I just want to add that don't forget, even after the ride is done, you can continue to contribute.
And then I want quickly give me account number for the feeding program
Yes.
because several people called me yesterday and said, boy, you need for serve because we know ride and we want to know how we could contribute.
Okay.
So I have program, the account set up the Atlantic Bank in a Dara feeding program. The account number that 2 Unity, I know you sleep better now.
I got my glasses.
Right there.
I got my glasses.
Right there.
To be continued.
Oh, no, we could
Right
read it.
now,
let's take it out, let's take it out.
see
But let me
Why
give
you
Dara's
do it?
phone number in the meantime.
Okay.
Yes.
623-3662. That's his telephone number.
All right. So Dara feeding program, the Atlantic Bank account, 211-573-215. Again, Atlantic Bank account 211-573-215.
Thanks for your
Dara's
answer.
feeding program.
Yeah.
Still,
Yes.
still the work leave it, you know.
Yeah.
Still the work leave it. Again, his number is.
623-3662.
All right.
And if you want to make
and then
contributions outside
people,
of the ride.
our Ghanaian girls out there from 5 o'clock and they want to stay at the registration spot where we start at 6. So if people want to drop off anything,
items
and
or whatnot.
then could left
Groceries.
it right there, you know,
All right.
the morning.
All right. So let's let's all together join this cause and try to eradicate hunger in this
You
country.
guys are invited to ride with us also, just so you know.
Beach cruiser.
Thank you.
Mountain
Ghost
bike.
chaser.
There you go.
24th of July, 6:30 a.m. Registration begins at 5.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us this morning, Dara and Kwame.
Thank you guys for having us.
so much.
All right. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, teacher Johnson, Clementina Johnson, is going to join us. You'll love her story as per usual. She's always with us. We'll talk to her when we come back. Stay with us.